Hello, everybody. Thank you. Hello, and a very warm welcome to our ALMathon Finals 2025. I'm very proud to be here, back on stage, back at the ALM Summit, with all our partners, customers, and friends, and even more with our finalists of this year's ALMathon. I would like to introduce very quick. The stage is owned by our finalists. They will show you later what they have achieved in months of development by extending Cloud ALM with their own innovations and solutions. But let me quickly just summarize, and because we can also be proud if you achieve something, let's say, for 2 or 3 years in a row, then it's already a kind of tradition. But now we have achieved already the 5th ALMathon in a row, and I think this is really worth an additional applause for all of you who participated all over the years. You see that we have so many different partners joining this ALMathon over the years. And some of them really had developed great solutions that made even their way on the SAP store, and they are today available for all of you, partners and customers, to extend Cloud ALM with tiny little solutions to improve our standard Cloud ALM. And you see here in these different years, it is growing. We started really with a tiny group in 2021. It was still affected by the Corona times. We had even to do all our prize at the end. We just talked about that yesterday in a remote wine tasting, which was very funny, but we were a lot affected by that time. But we continued, and every year we had some more partners joining and stepping into this potential of extending Cloud ALM. And I would like to take just quickly the chance, because if you look there, you probably figure out there's one team that has already participated 4 times in a row, and they even took twice the trophy at home. And this year they could not join, which is okay, but they had an African team joining. And I would very quickly give an additional applause to NTT as our 4 of 5 participant for the ALMathon this year. And yeah, applause is yours. And Daniel, even if you are not participating this year with your team, I think you still earn a T-shirt for this year. So please have your shirt from last year, I see, but you get also one for this year. Yeah, let's have a look in the teams from this year. We had the max this time with 16 teams that applied, that submitted really great innovations, and you see here the list. Of course, we could not do 16 teams showing here on stage, so therefore they have to go through some selections, and I will shortly introduce what was the path that they have to do. But also to give them the honor, all of the 16 teams did definitely a great work. And the challenge this year, we have every year slightly different challenges, was about extending based on BTP or integrating existing solutions with a seamless integration into Cloud ALM processes. Some of them did the one, others the other solution, but all of them somehow brought additional value to our customers by using Cloud ALM together with your solutions. So the journey that they passed, just that you also get a little insight what we have done in the last months. We usually start in April, collecting and making promotion. Now it's the time to apply, and then we have this ideation phase until June, where the partners can think about what is a good way, what are some new ideas that we have to bring into this challenge this year. And then we leave it for the summer break. So for those who have no wanting to go on vacation, they spend their time by extending Cloud ALM and spending time with our APIs. And then in September, we start with selecting. Yeah? We have video pitches, and we have a semi-final where we had to select out of 9 teams, then the final 3. So what you see here today is really, after 3 rounds of selections, the 3 solutions that hopefully you also will like. We definitely did so. But that's not the end of the journey. What we want is, of course, that these solutions will be made available to you. Yeah, so that if you like them and you would like to use them with your customers or in your company, that you have them available. And the SAP Store is a great opportunity for that. So what we want to do is, or what we at least offer, is for all of these solutions to help them to go the next step on the SAP Store so that these solutions will be available for all of you. So usually we have these shirts from the beginning on. I mean, this was a funny idea in the beginning. In the meantime, it's also part of the tradition that we are wearing, everybody who participated, and you probably see some here even in the room wearing these famous T-shirts. And this is, of course, also thanks to a sponsor of that. Yeah? And every year we have a different sponsor, and this year I quickly would like also to give a big thank you to Galileo, today represented by Bernhard Schmidt. If you maybe quickly come on stage, because of course you get a shirt. So see, I even found an M, perfect for you. Yeah, so you can, greetings to Malte. He's usually also here from Galileo. He's unfortunately has a little accident with the food, but he's certainly also proud that you take the shirt for him.
Thank you all. I'm made the best friend.
Thank you. Thanks, Galileo. Good. So, yeah, also, maybe you recognize, if you have been with us already several years, you see we have only 3 teams left. I mean, we had to shrink everything into 3 days. It was also affected for me, for my ALMathon, and we said we only have 3 teams instead of 6 teams. But I think I would like to give at least a little chance to the others to have a glimpse into that challenge, and therefore give them at least a quick introduction what the other teams did. So here are the top 9 that has been in the semi-final, and we will now see a short summary what they did.
Testing tools, we can do that in Cloud ALM. I can then head back to RevTrack and hit refresh, and we will see that the testing complete step was approved by Cloud ALM. So regardless of the tool that the organization requires the approval to be done, we can with our bi-directional integration, we can make that happen. Loads. So this Cloud ALM feature is now deployed with RevTrack. If we want to have an additional approval step where I'm going to provide some post-production validation, I can provide that step as well. So any customized workflow made possible by RevTrack.
Maybe I can plan him for this task, and if that works, I'll have my vacation.
Oh, okay, that
No
worked,
problem.
but that's it now in the app. Is it already synchronized in Cloud ALM?
No, it's not. You have to press the sync task button, and then all the data we have here will be synchronized. And I can just click here on this link to show you that the responsible for this task has also changed. You will see that I will not be the responsible anymore, but it will be Niels.
Based on our solution, we need a feature which has a transport attached to it. Here in this case, it's from our source system C10. And we will just quickly look at the object ID 610. So this is the feature we want. Now jumping into our custom UI5 solution here, we will select a business configuration process here, and we will be navigated to an object page.
Think of Dockflow as a smart lens that gives you a clear end-to-end view of all your change. Whether the workflow starts in SAP Solution Manager or Cloud ALM, or in third-party tools like Jira and ServiceNow, Dockflow connects the dots. From the initial request to the change document, all the way to the production system.
What we did in essence was used health monitoring here. In this case, we're monitoring now in TDD environment as well as our focus run environment. Focus run, obviously the certificates are important for communication and connection. So this was the threshold we chose. We connected with build process automation. We then made sure that our health monitor was working and included an event specifically for certificates. And that event would then, of course, create an email, but also an incident in ServiceNow, as well as kick off the build process automation flow. And in intelligent event processing, we can see that it is running successfully and kicking off that process automation. And Jacques, over to you.
So you see there is a productive system, you have a test environment, we have also a training environment and a development environment. As you see here, this is what we get from Cloud ALM, and this is what we edited ourselves. We have a productive system. This is a URL where we go to. So, and how is this all achieved? This is a little bit of the architecture. So it's a BTP application.
Good. So maybe applause for all the teams that participated. I think that's worth it. Yeah. So if you're interested in all the other solutions, I just released yesterday a blog post in the SAP community where all of these solutions are explained a little more in detail. So I think maybe the one or the other use case is fitting to what you're looking for. But we are here to figure out who will be the winner of the ALMathon of this year. And therefore, we have selected 3 teams and invited to be here. I have to apologize for one team. You can imagine it's the team from Brazil. They made it also in the finals, and they planned really to be here. But due to some political issues in the US for foreign people, they are fearing not to come back. So, and get back into the US. So I fully understand this, and therefore we agreed that they will pitch remotely. So I have Ricardo in my MS Teams. He's already waiting and exciting to pitch later on, and we will share it then here on the screen. I think that's also fair to let him still do his pitch. So, therefore, with that, I would like to quickly introduce the rules of this finals, because you are part of that game. We will have the 3 teams here on stage or remote. Each team has exactly 10 minutes, and we will see the counter on the left. And we will help the teams, because the last 10 seconds, we usually help them by counting down. Yeah? So then they have really the pressure to finalize at the end. So they will be over there, they will pitch. We look at the time, we count down by 10 last seconds, and then the next team is on stage. If we have seen all of them, I will open a Mentimeter voting tool where you can use your smartphones, and then you can select which team you liked the most. And then we will see who's the winner and who will get also our famous trophy, which is still today in the hand of Daniel, but he's willing to give it up today. Yeah. Good. Yeah, applause for it. So then, I think my active part is almost over. I'm sure we have the teams. They are already kind of excited to get on stage and deliver their pitch to all of us. And therefore, I would like to welcome on stage our first presenter. It's the team from Smart Beer. And yeah, they will show how easy it maybe is to generate automated test cases. And we have the presenter. It's Todd. Todd, where are you? Come on stage. No fear. So, Todd, you got the rules, 10 minutes. As soon as you start, the time is turning down.
Sounds good.
Perfect.
Hi, everybody. My name is Todd McNeil. I'm a director of product management at SmartBear. And our ALMathon entry is for AI-assisted test automation integrated into Cloud ALM. So at SmartBear, we have a number of products that serve millions of users, tens of thousands of organizations. You may not recognize the name SmartBear, but you might recognize some of our products. In test automation, we have Test Complete. In API lifecycle management and testing, we have Swagger and Ready API. And in test case management, we have Zephyr, which is a popular plugin for Jira. For this entry, we're going to be integrating with Reflect, which is SmartBear's AI-assisted cloud-native test automation tool, and integrating with Cloud ALM using the public APIs. So we view this integration as a way to improve the workflow for creating and maintaining tests, as well as running tests. And so it may make sense to talk about the existing way that you run tests typically in Cloud ALM. If you're creating an automated test, you would choose the automated test case, link it to a process, project, and requirements. Before you could actually create a test, you would install a launcher or a Chrome extension, depending on what existing solution you're using, and then using a scanner to scan your application. The next step with the existing tools would be to create tests using drag and drop modules. There are some existing modules, but if a module doesn't exist, you would need to create one yourself. Then you would have to set up the VM infrastructure to run the tests, which could be maybe challenging, especially if you want to run them at scale. Of course, the tests get executed and synced with Cloud ALM, but in terms of maintenance, you do have to go back to the drag and drop builder, run the test, see what changed or broke it, and run it again, and maybe do that a couple times. So we have two ways with this integration that we think improves upon this workflow or makes it a little bit more streamlined. So for the first way, you would create an automated test like you normally would in Cloud ALM, link it to a process, project, or requirement. But we skip the phase of installing anything because we're cloud native. And so you can create tests just by using our infrastructure, which I'll show you in a minute here. And it's a record and play tool. We also skip setting up VM infrastructure. That is already set up for you as part of the tool. And so your tests would execute in our cloud. So the same infrastructure that you're using to create your tests, you use to run the tests. Using the public APIs, we sync to Cloud ALM. And then for maintenance, which is where most testers' time is spent, not in creation, but in maintenance, we do have a real-time debugger and editor to make the loop of editing and rerunning your tests as quick as possible. In the second way that I'll demo, we go a little step further. Using our AI-assisted workflow, we can take a manual test in Cloud ALM and just run it straight away as an automated test. You can think of each test step and assertion in your test case as a prompt to the AI. All right, so let's jump into the demo here. So here I am in Cloud ALM, and I am going to start by creating a test case. So we'll go to test preparation here, and then create an automated test. So this is way number 1 from the previous slide. We have our SmartBear automation provider. So this is what allows us to use the public APIs. We'll call this live test case. We'll give it a scope, and we'll save it. This creates the test case within our automation tool and syncs it to Cloud ALM. And we can now begin the process of fleshing out this test. So what I'm doing here is I'm testing against a SAP Fiori app. It just has, this test step right now is just logging, accessing the login page. So what we're going to do is we're going to flesh this out using our record and play functionality. Now what's happening here is using this automation tool, which is SmartBear's Reflect tool, we're spinning up a browser session in the cloud and screen sharing that with you. So this is why you don't need to install anything to create the tests or run the tests, because it's using our infrastructure both for creation and running tests. So now I'm going to switch over to my secret notes here, because I'm going to paste in my username and password. So feel free to take a picture of this if you want to test my app later. And you'll notice that as I'm entering this information, we are basically narrating what's happening on the left-hand side. So this is our automation steps. You can see we're generating selectors here. We have a number of selectors for each step. We try to generate pretty clean selectors. This works great for BTP apps, SAP Fiori, SAP S/4HANA. And so what we can also do is we can do different test steps like add an API call, JavaScript step, or something called a visual validation. So if we wanted to validate the logos on the page, sort of a shorthand for making sure we're logged in successfully, we can do that. You can see that we have the screenshot there. And then critically, we can also add pre-created test steps. So I've already created several tests for my Fiori app, and I have a pre-created set of test steps to create a sales order. So we'll go ahead and add those, and you can see that these are already added into this test here in this sort of collapsible window. So we'll go ahead and save this test. We'll click Update. And now that we have prepared the test, we can mark it as prepared and execute it from Cloud ALM. So we'll go to Test Execution. We will click on Execute. And then we will navigate over here, which will let us actually watch the test run live. See this start up here in a moment. And this is allowing us to go into basically debug mode for this test run. So it's going to take all the steps that we generated, so the ones that we recorded and the ones that were pre-recorded in this segment, this set of pre-recorded test steps, and we actually watch it run live. So within this infrastructure, again, it's running in the cloud, we could actually interact with this test if we wanted to. So we could pause it, we could rerun some test steps, we could change an assertion. If any of the test steps happen to fail, we could, it will pause, tell us why the failure occurred, and we can fix it. So this is what allows the user to have a tighter loop between creating, editing, and getting back to, or getting initially to, a successful test case. So you can see this is running here. We'll give it a moment. Because what we want to see is once this is completed, we will see the test run linked in Cloud ALM. So here we have our test run created. If we go back to Cloud ALM and click refresh, we can see that this is now updated to be a fully completed test. It's marked as green, meaning successful. And we can open up the execution log to see a video of what we ran. So for every single test run, whether we watched it live or not, our automation tool has a video which is linked to the test steps on this left-hand side. It's synced up with them. You can go backwards and forwards in time here. It also has network and console logs, which is great, especially when a test case fails. So you can see that here, network and console logs. And this is all synced up with Cloud ALM. Now, you might be interested, what does it look like if there's a failing test, which I have an example here. So this is an example of a failing test. If we click on test execution here, what we can see is that the failure is marked here, so it's marked as failed, and the failure reason is included in the Cloud ALM details, which is really great. You don't have to leave Cloud ALM to know what happened. But if you want to drill down into specifics, you can go back into this workflow here, and we'll see that, in fact, the test failed because we weren't able to log in correctly, so the password was wrong. Now, the last workflow I wanted to show you here, one other thing to show you is that we don't just support web, we also support mobile and API tests. So this is an example of a mobile test that I created previously running against the SAP Business One mobile app. So you could do the same approach for your mobile apps if you wish. So we have support for our own device grid running on physical devices, where you could connect a third-party grid if you have one. Now, the last workflow I want to show is way number 2, which is actually taking a manual test and running it as automation. So the way to think about this here is imagine that each of your test steps is basically a prompt to the AI. And instead of getting a text response back or an image back or a video back, it's going to perform an action. So we do this through a simple Chrome extension that exposes this button here, Run as Automated Test. And if we take a look at this test, by the way, it's also creating a sales order, but it's just textual steps. It's just text steps and some assertions like order number saved and created, assert that. So we'll go ahead and run it, and we'll kick this off here. Now, I'll just open up an existing test that I created, and you'll see that each of the test steps matches what was in Cloud ALM. but it's running using AI. So again, we're able to execute all of those actions. And to update the test, you would simply go to Cloud ALM and mark it as completed and run it. Thank you.
Thanks, Todd. 10 minutes is not that much, right? Thank you, but I think we all got your use case, and very, very enlightening. Okay, then, yeah, after seeing that, and you see, we have really a hard cut. I mean, 10 minutes is the deal, and I hope the next team can stick in time. We have, therefore, the team from All for One, and their solution is called One Cloud ALM. And I'm happy to have Marcel and Katja here on stage. Welcome to all of you. And so we are excited. I think while the ALMathon, and of course, some solutions that we see, they are not all developed purely in this period of 3 months, yeah? But it also, of course, it means there has to be some add-ons, some integrations, or some additional functionalities. And I think this is here another example. This solution, One Cloud ALM, that they are using exists already, but they took the time in this hackathon to make some additional enhancements in their existing tool. And I think that is exactly what we will see today. So if you let me know if you are ready with your screen. I see the screen already. That means you should be fine. Now the screen is gone.
Sorry, where?
It's always, I always should remember some jokes at that point in time, but I can't. I can't remember. Even if you tell me one now, I have forgotten already tomorrow. So that will not work. I have to think something else. I can juggling. Maybe I should bring my balls next time and then do some juggling here or something like that. So we tested everything, but I don't know. At the end, it's always something. Put it on screen. We talk about that later. I see them laughing in the first row. I know why. Huh?
It's there.
Yeah. Good. So screen is there. You are ready? Katja? Marcel?
Thanks. It's an honor to be here. So let's go to the introduction. So basically, imagine you as a project manager or program manager are sitting in the next steering committee, and the management is asking you, yeah, let's have a review of the last projects and the current projects, and let's say where you are currently. What is the current situation of this project, where we stand today, and what are the next steps? Yeah, important information is actually scattered across various tenants and also projects, so it's not about only going through one or more than one project, it's really across several tenants. And then you really need to know the history of this project and understand the insights of this, that you can really have also the right recommendations and conclusions, what will be the next steps here. And this is currently requiring a lot of manual work to get out this data and to visualize this data so that you can have the right insights. And with One Cloud ALM History Insights as a service, we actually have addressed this issue. And I will explain how this works. Within our solution, we actually connecting several tenants across the BTP, like I said already, and this data are getting synchronized on customized interrails to our solution, and this data is also shown in own in our configured historical charts so that you can analyze this data. And on top, there will be AI recommendation to the stakeholder which needs to make conclusion out of this. And in one sentence, we convert the history data, which is scattered across the tenants, to business value. And you are maybe curious to see how this works, and therefore I like to hand over to Katja.
Thank you, Marcel. So I'm logged into One Cloud ALM as a project manager.
Just a sec.
Yeah.
Doesn't work.
I'm not sure. Sorry about that. I'm logged into One Cloud ALM as a project manager, as you cannot see, obviously.
Okay, unfortunately, we can currently not see the browser. Maybe you can assist.
I see at least the time stops, so
Thanks.
this is what we can do. Maybe also the screen would be nice. And then
Nice.
Ja, wir gehen noch mal rein. Du musst wahrscheinlich die Einstellung noch mal ändern, dass es mirrored ist und nicht erweiterter Bildschirm.
Ja.
Mach mal das Mikro.
Marcel, you want to add something to your solution?
Yeah, actually, I hope the idea is already somehow clear, but I don't want to have the time overrun. Yeah? I'm allowed to, yes?
I think we are good.
So basically, you can already see the idea is that this is also when we're showing something very scalable to other use cases as well, because basically we are connecting background data to our solutions, and then we analyze on this, and we are visualizing these topics. And it's not only related to what we are showing, but of course something which is having a lot of potential.
Of course. But it's probably used only in your company. You're not.
Currently, yes, but for sure, if anyone is interested in seeing more and understanding more, and maybe have also idea how this could work for yourself, even in what situation ever, yeah, please connect to me. Yeah.
So the sub-store is maybe an option for you, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. But also the resonance would be very important to understand how the reaction will be. Yeah.
Perfect. So I see things happening on these screens. So are we ready to continue, or
it's still not the browser?
It's so I see the slides.
Okay.
See the slides and.
But thank you for stopping, otherwise it would be difficult.
Now we see something. No, don't go away. Stay. We had it already. The screen was there. Now.
Okay, thanks.
Okay.
But it's not there. But finally.
Woo! Thanks.
Sorry.
The time is running, Katja.
Yeah, thanks. Finally, I'm logged into One Cloud ALM as a project manager, which means I only see the apps, projects, and tenants that are relevant to my role and for which I have been authorized by the administrator. One Cloud ALM already offers a range of apps, but today we are focusing on two highlights. First, historical analysis of requirements and tasks, and second, AI-powered recommendations. And since One Cloud ALM integrates multiple SAP Cloud ALM tenants, our solution is based on uses SAP HANA as a high-performance database and uses SAP AI Core to visualize this data using generative AI. So I will open the Display Requirements Analytics app now.
Ah ja. So. Good.
And on the left, we see the filter area. I will filter the tenant customer TM. And I want to only see the relevant requirement status values, so I will exclude blocked and not planned. And via the calendar, I will select 3 dates: September 8th, September 22nd, and October 6th. Wow. Sorry. So, filter again. And after clicking on Apply, the visualization appears on the right. On the x-axis, I see the different requirement status values per date. And on the y-axis, I see the number of these requirements. The different colors represent the scopes as a bar chart per status, and in addition, a line chart shows the overall development over time per status. So what can we learn from this graph? This S/4HANA implementation project, which is in the late realize phase, has an increase in successfully tested and confirmed requirements. At the same time, there are still a number of requirements that are in the status in realization, in refinement, and to be approved. And now it gets exciting. I will ask the AI assistant for recommendations for project management. So I select the prompt recommendations for project management with summary and start with trigger AI.
So a lot of data.
The answer appears and I enlarge it. And at the end of the recommendations, I get 4 specific recommendations for the project management. For example, implement regular status review meetings. And in order to follow this recommendation, I will now take a closer look at the overdue tasks. And therefore, I will open the app Display Task Analytics and select the tenant customer TM again. And with the option Task Distribution, I can now see how many overdue tasks are assigned to us as a service provider in the project and to the customer. And this categorization is based on defined email domains for this specific tenant. I will select the same dates as before and start the analysis by clicking on Apply. So what we can see here in the result is that the customer here has significantly reduced the amount of overdue tasks, and we, as a service provider, the supplier here, have also caught up after an increase in September. And here too, I can use the AI assistant in order to get recommendations for project management. And here, especially one recommendation for the customer side and one for the supplier side. So I will select the prompt management recommendation PM customer, start by clicking on Trigger AI. The answer appears and I enlarge it. And as similarly to the analysis of the requirements earlier, we have also some specific recommendations here at the end. For example, prioritization of overdue tasks. And yeah, now I hope I'm still, I reload. timeout. So now, finally, let's take a brief look on the administrator point of view. The administrator can also see administration-related apps in addition to the project-related apps. For example, in Manage Prompts, I can create new AI prompts or edit existing ones, and the AI functionality can be activated or deactivated in Manage Tenants, and also the email domains for the task distribution can be defined. So that was a brief look into one cloud ALM, focusing on historical evaluations and AR-powered recommendations. So, Marcel.
Thanks you, Katja. Already good in time. So to sum up a little bit, so I think you almost have understood the idea in the background. There are some benefits and impacts which you can see. So what we are gonna to do, or what we have for possibilities to basically improve projects that are gonna to be more efficient, because you have more information which you can take into account, like also the AI recommendation. You are better prepared for management meetings, and also it's of course addressing somehow risk, because you're getting informed about situations which are not likely very nice and you need to address in your project. And with this faster and well-informed information, you actually have then the background, like I said, basically on the history of data which you have also had in our product. With one sentence, with one Cloud ALM, we offer AI recommendation based on historical analytics of Cloud ALM tenants as a service. Thanks a lot.
Thanks.
Thank you, Marcel, Katja. Yeah, I think it was definitely very well understood. Even we had this little screen issues, but this should not have any impact on the solution and on your voting. Definitely not. Thanks for that. And yeah, we are now already at the last pitch, and this is now a little challenging more on my side, because I have Ricardo already in Teams. I hope he's still awake. What is the time in Brazil now? You know it, yeah.
1
it's still okay, I think, yeah? Right. High noon, okay, perfect. Perfect time. I think last time we had somebody, he had to stood up in the middle of the night at 3. That was really a challenge. Was an Indian colleague participating. Good, but let's see. We have now Ricardo, and I'm very happy that we also have something in the success factors market. We see that market really waking up, I have really to say, in adopting Cloud ALM, and even more, we have to prove now that there are partners out there using Cloud ALM heavily in the success factors market, and even building extensions specifically for the needs in HXM projects. So therefore, give me a second, I will try to get in the meeting if he's still there. It looks like he's still there. Yeah, can you hear me, Ricardo?
Yeah, here. Yes.
Oh, we can hear you as well. Perfect. So give a warm applause to Ricardo. Can you hear? Perfect. So I think I'm already in full screen anyway, so yeah, it should be fine. Ricardo, you know the rules. It means you have 10 minutes.
You have 10 minutes. Usually.
Oh, be careful. I will go on mute after that. Maybe I go immediately on mute. There will be 10 minutes, and yeah, you will not see it, so please keep the time in your eyes. Do you hear me? No, probably not. Oh, you can hear. Okay.
I can hear you. But
Okay. Yeah, this is the live effect. And I see you share already your screen. Maybe you go on full screen. And then if you give me thumbs up, then I would give you the 10 minutes countdown and leave the screen for you, right? What? Can I? Yeah, you can say something. Ja, ich bin mute, weil die... Okay, so... Now we cannot hear you.
Hi.
So now we can hear you, and you can hear
perfect.
Me.
Yes.
I just said, please watch yourself on the time. We see the 10 minutes here as well, and I stop you after this 10 minutes, so I think I leave it now on you, right? You start, and we start the countdown.
and you can see green, right?
Yes, we can.
Is it okay? Okay, perfect.
So if you
Thank
go
you.
on full screen, that's maybe.
Yes. Okay.
I still see us on the right. Yeah, this is fine. This is okay. I switch off my camera. Or maybe, no, I put the camera. Is it possible to move the camera? Probably I have to move the thing around. But then you can. No, we skipped that part. Go ahead.
Okay.
You start. Go ahead.
Perfect. Thank you. Welcome, everyone. Thank you, you all. David told me that we have more than 600 people watching, so it's an honor to pitch for you all. Again, I want to thank you, David, and the organization for allowing us to pitch virtually. Unfortunately, we were not able to make it to be with you. Would be great, but okay. And I know that we have Raquel Cunha from Brazil in the audience. She's a ALM Jedi. She's brilliant. But let's go. I will start here with our solution. So I'm Ricardo. I'm from HRPath. We are a global company that talks about people, technology, HR every day. And because of that, we thought to build something around HR, ALM, and even with all the effort of SAP, the energy investment to produce a lot of great content, certifications, the community around the solutions. So the knowledge is there. We also are facing challenges in the projects to deliver good solutions in the end, to achieve the business results. And because of that, we know we have a lot of gaps in the projects. For sure, some companies has their own specific process that we need to address. And we built a solution that looks into all the scope of a project, all the requirements of a project, and based on this content, the user stories and so on that we can have in the ALM, we are trying to using AI to bring a full report of options, how to build this solutions to address these requirements in the best way, using the best practice from SAP. So here we have just some content about this challenge. When we talk about the fit to standard analysis, right now, in a manual way, there's a lot of time that is needed for someone to understand all the best practices, even who is certified by SAP, it's a challenge, and to understand if all the requirements from customers is, we have something that is fit with the standard or not, okay? So we have a real scenario here, a customer with more than 200 requirements in their project. So we took more than 3 weeks analyzing all the design principles from SAP, from SuccessFactors, to really find the best way to deliver these requirements. And we had 15 customization gaps identified, okay? But then 60% were standard configurations. So we have a huge potential to have lower costs in this kind of project, okay? So this is our solution. This name we Compass is an acronym for Cloud Optimized Management Platform for ALM, Standards, and SuccessFactors. So it's huge, but okay. And we did it using the ALM APIs, okay? So we have a user interface that can be deployed on BTP or standalone. And through the APIs, we are reading all the data from the project in ALM. And from there, we start the AI analyze with generative AI. Okay. And we trained the language language model with all the best practices, all the documentation from SAP, from SuccessFactors. Okay. So this is the knowledge base, and for sure that we can also bring you more content from the company. We can bring content for how are the standards for development or any other guidance for projects. So from a governance perspective, we also can add more knowledge into this database to be included in the analysis. Okay. So I have here our ALM, and in the implementation, we can see the requirements. I already have selected the project that we will use in this analysis. So we have all the requirements here, okay? And here in our user interface, I have this project, so the same data I selected here, and I just need to run the process, okay? So I will proceed with it. So it's connecting to ALM, reading all the content there, and start to thinking and generate the final result. That is the full report, okay? So just a few seconds, and we will have the download of the document. Okay, finish it. Here we have the document. So it's in the first moment we have the health assessment. So we are looking into the scope items, the requirements that are there. So trying to bring an overview of the fit to standard and an overall. Okay, so some business findings. Also, we are using a lot of MDFs in this project. So time off, performance and compensation. Some impact is for the business. Okay, risks also important. We also are talking about investments, considerations, and so on. Okay, some recommendations for the executives. And here we have some key metrics about the project. So 10 requirements, 7 that there are gaps, okay? Some adherence analysis here, and we have the list of all the requirements, the module of the scope, okay, the complexity, the importance through a business point of view, and after some other recommendations, we have here the requirements detail. So, for example, this job description, I will just try to find here, job description here. So here we have that requirement. So it's saying, hey, it's a standard. You don't need to worry. It's not a custom development, okay? And we have some other data information here. We have some others here like this integration between time off C and consumption by compensation model. So this is a gap. We need customization. It's technically, it's a complex requirement, okay? So really fast, our solution is really straightforward. In the roadmap, we also, ALM is evolving like weekly. We know that right now we have the risk management inside the ALM. So what we are doing now is evolving our solution to not only create risks in the risk management area, but also to attach this analysis in the requirements workflow, approval workflow that's available in ALM. Okay, so there's a lot to come also in our solution. And if you allow me, for everyone that is in the event and wants to try, we can provide it free of charge to run in one SuccessFactors project using LM would be our pleasure. And this is our solution. Hope that you enjoyed, and thanks again for your time.
So I have to go back on mute. So Ricardo, you can hear me again? Is this correct?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so I just wanted to... Whoa, hold on. I just tried maybe to give you here a sharing with my... it's maybe too complicated to have now two devices, but... Let's see if I get it, because I want to show you to whom you are speaking, right? So,
thank you so much.
Hold on, now, can you see at least now?
Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay,
Great.
perfect.
So
Ricardo, I keep you
in.
I will leave that one, otherwise we got an echo. I keep you sharing. I will share my screen because we are getting now to the voting, right? And of course, you should stay in to see what are the results finally, right? Good. I leave that now. And where's my clicker? Is it still there? I go to the next like this. Good. So, indeed, now it's your turn. So, yeah, take your smartphones. I hope you will be going to the right thing. So there's also a code if you want to go directly to menti.com. There's also the code that you can use, or just use this QR code. On that side, you have the choice by 3 teams. Yeah, very easy, cannot do wrong. Just select which team you like the most, which you want to win. So I will go there. Where is it? Where is my? Here it is, Menti. So, and we see. I keep it a little more hidden for a while, because I usually like to take quickly the chance. I do this every year because I'm asking in the room, to all these partners, is there a partner who maybe wants already to commit to join our ALMathon next year? Is there maybe somebody who said, yes, I think we have a good idea, we want to do so? I think first come, first serve. The first that I see, I cannot see a lot, but I see raised hand. Oh, where is it? Or stand up. I think that's easier. Stand up. Who stands up first? Get. Nobody? Rechts um? Okay, because you get the shirt. Woo! Come. That's a commitment, you know. Official. We have many people here, evidences, and you are part in the game. Yeah. So we have the first candidate for next year. Okay. So in the meantime, let me quickly check. If you have not yet voted, there is still the code. Yeah. If you want to do it, you cannot do it twice. Only one per device. So if you want to do it, I give it another maybe 30 seconds, but we can have a look already. How are the results currently? Okay, for me it looks a lot like smart beer. The Gen AI-based test automation is currently in front. But as I said, if you have not voted yet, you still can. I give it another 15 seconds. And then we close the voting. And we would have a winner. We have a second place, and we have a third one. I hope my assistant give me thumbs up. Okay, perfect. So, for me, it looks like there will not be major changes anymore. So I think we can go back in our PowerPoint and see these are the finals. So the winner this year is Smart Beer. Big applause. On second, we have HR Pass that goes to Brazil. And All for One on third. Please come all on stage. Smart Beer. Todd, maybe Todd, Marcel, Katja, if you mind coming on stage. And I also would like to welcome Søren Ruder on stage, please. A warm welcome. So,
good job. Good job. Thank you.
What we have, give me a second.
A T-shirt.
Für Todd.
Yeah.
Be careful on that. So let's say one bottle for the third. This goes, the third is here. This is the team from All for One.
Thanks a lot.
So, you're, and that's, 1 second. I think we have a special request from the guy from Brazil because we have somebody in the room that should take the prizes back home. If you, from Brazil, if you come down on the stage maybe to represent. Weiter ist HR. Die kriegen keine Sekt, dann machen wir nur das. Und das geht an den ersten. Raquel from Brazil is taking them. I think that the bottle makes no sense. This is difficult to carry. Ich nehme dir mal die Flasche ab. Das ist, you can drink it. Ah, I got it. So you have, I'm not sure if this is famous in Brazil, but I know you like football, and then you should know our sponsored team from SAP, of course, next to Hoffenheim, which is our own team, of course, but the second is FC Bayern Munich. So you get some sponsor things from FC Bayern Munich. I think Ricardo, we can ask him later if he likes Bayern or not that much. Thank you. Und das geht dann an die, das ist von Petronas, unten hin. Yeah, and then for the winning team, Todd, you have to carry a lot, so that's for you.
Thank you. Okay.
And Daniel jumps already on stage because that is our famous trophy. Todd, it means that you have to come back next year to hand over the trophy to next year's winner.
Great.
Perfect.
Great.
So,
thank you.
Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So again, thanks to all. I hope you have a nice evening. Everybody participated in this nice challenge, had some fun. You have the bottle for tonight. There are some words from Tim before you all go back to the drinks. I think Tim also wants to do some words at the end and some thank you words to the team. So with acknowledgement, absolutely. Okay, then thanks to all. See you later downstairs at the beer.
Thanks.
You can put this down and then hand it to me one by one.
Todd?
All right, well, what a great show that we saw here. Congratulations again, David, to you and your many, many years of continuous ALMathons. Learning doesn't stop here. Learning never ends, and this is why we like to promote also our ALM event calendar. Anytime you are looking for what's going on, what's new, what's cool in ALM, go to our calendar. All of our major events are listed there together with all of our virtual formats. But before we get the party started, I would like to take a moment to say a huge, huge thank you to everybody who made the ALM Summit 2025 not just possible, but downright awesome, wasn't it so far? Let's start with our event manager, Angie. Angie, are you here? I cannot see anything, like anybody. Okay, Angie is upstairs. So Angie is the mastermind who orchestrated every detail and somehow kept us all on track. Angie, you deserve a medal, or at least a super-sized cup of coffee. Pick up your champagne later. Okay. Then I would like to call Marbet on stage. Marbet, communications superstar and mastermind behind all of those cool promotion videos. If you saw something here that was creative and fun on screen, it was Marbet showing off her magic. Angie, please join us on stage. I completely forgot. It is so far. It's like climbing the Mount Everest. Okay. All yours. Okay, then Ben, our fearless moderator. You navigated tight schedules, surprise questions, delays, and the occasional tech hiccup with the grace of a seasoned ringmaster. Thank you, Ben. Also, Tonya, Ben's partner in crime for moderation. Together, you are the dynamic duo of keeping things lively and on point. Thank you, Tonya. Heiko, you can continue standing because now it's your turn. Heiko is the creative genius behind all of the things that are around graphic and design. Heiko turned ideas into eye candy and made the summit look fantastic. Thank you, Heiko. And do we also have Hendrik here? Yes, then please also join us on stage, because Hendrik was our customer video production master. Hendrik makes everything good, makes everything look good on camera, no matter what time of day it is. And you had some late night sessions, didn't you? Thank you. Okay, and then I would like maybe do a quick pause before do a big applause for all of the other ones who helped to make this possible. And this includes, of course, Sophie and Team Go7, our partner in crime for all of the summits that we did in the recent years. The logistic pros who made an event organization look easy, even though we all know it never is it? And here, Team Darmstadium, Kathleen Vicaria, Nicole Sudau, David Mattes, and the unstoppable team, technical wizardry and catering. So good people want to go to conference just for the food, isn't it? Okay, and and of course, big thank you also to every speaker, every expert, and every unsung hero who set up, tuned in, showed up, and made this event possible. Every hand, every idea, every smile, you guys, you built the summit. And now let's give everybody a big round of applause. Okay, now it's time for the party. And here I would like to certainly acknowledge our sponsors who have continued to support us over the days with food, with drinks, and so forth. And, you know, things go wrong, sometimes we forget things, right? So a big thank you for the great beer last night from Vostura. I also saw they have a fridge outside where you can also get some leftovers. I'm surprised we had any. Also would like to thank to the overall sponsors of the celebration night, Basis Technologies, RevTrack, SNP, Zoa People, and Tricentis. And now let's go ahead. Oh, that's good. Yeah, we had an extra bottle, didn't we? Yeah? Okay. Yes, it's always good if you have the right number of bottles. Yes, sometimes we do make mistakes. So let's please give a super big round of applause for Sven Pressler, master of agenda, contact for all of our speakers, and the guy who holds all of the content together. Thank you, Sven.